Hey y'all, it's Sierra here, and I noticed that there are new members that are joining the group, so I wanted to make another video. I did make a video when I first started the group, just kind of introducing myself, but it's probably lost in all of the posts. So I wanted to make a new video to welcome the new members and also just to say hi to the members that have been here for a while. Some of you know me personally, whether it be from childhood, growing up together, or working together, or, just being friends. Or some of you all know me online, and I've done readings for quite a few people in the group. So I just wanted to pop up to say hi. I'm glad you all are here, and I just wanted to see how you're doing. I hope you all are doing well today. I'm not really feeling that good. I'm dealing with allergies, sinuses, so it's not really going too well for me today, but I still have stuff to do. I still have errands to run, so I'm going to try to get up and get some stuff done. But I wanted to make a video for you all first. Just kind of introducing myself and just explaining the direction that I would like to see this group go in. So some of you may have noticed that I recently changed the name of the group to Embrace the Shadow. And that's because I do want to focus more on shadow work. I've been doing readings for a while, and I've been focusing on manifestation for a while for myself and for others. Sorry if I like have problems speaking or trouble speaking. It's because I'm just having a bad allergy day. But with me doing so many readings and helping people to manifest and working on manifestation for myself, I'm noticing that there is a need for shadow work, and it kind of gets pushed aside a little bit. So I'll talk about that a little bit more, but first, just to give y'all some information about me. My name is Sierra. I'm going to be 30 this month, so I don't know how I'm going to handle that. But I created this group because I was focusing on my spiritual journey and manifestation, universal laws, and shadow work. I'm always on a journey to learn more about myself and to evolve. So many of us may know, especially those who are involved in spiritual practices such as divination, tarot, witchcraft, as some people may call it, things that might be considered taboo. It's kind of frustrating to try to talk about those things on your regular pages, where you have your family and friends on those pages who may not agree with what you are talking about, or posting about, or they might try to shame you about what you're trying to do. So I created this group so that it would be a safe place for people to post about those things, discuss those things, ask questions about those things, without feeling shame or being pressured by people that they know in real life. There's social media friends, and then there's people that you know in real life. So I think social media friends are very important. I've met a lot of people online through different groups who have been so encouraging and so inspirational. So I think spaces like this are important. But what I'm noticing when it comes to manifestation, people who are teaching people to manifest, I see a lot of people focusing more on just telling people to think positive or be positive. If you think positive, you're going to get positive results. And it's almost like they're skipping steps, and they are kind of sending the message that you need to be positive 100% of the time. Or you may even feel bad or feel guilty because you're human and you might just be having a bad day. And you feel like, okay, my whole life is going to be messed up now because I'm having a bad day. I'm supposed to be thinking positive 24/7. Um, that's important. It is important to be positive. It is important to think positive, but it's also important to embrace the shadow. And what do we mean by shadow? We mean the inner child. We mean the ego. We mean the part of ourselves that we don't necessarily like. It might not be the most positive part of ourselves. The fears that we have, any codependency issues that we may have, the need to forgive ourselves and to forgive others. It's not all light. We live in a world where there's duality. So there's dark and there's light. There's positive and there's negative. People will argue whether or not there's good and evil, so I'm not even going to bring that up. But we live in a world of duality. So you don't want to suppress emotional issues or emotional trauma or things that are popping up over and over in your mind. If you're having the same negative thought over and over again, first what you need to do is try to address that. Why are you constantly thinking negative? Where is that thought pattern coming from? Where is that stemming from? In order to do that, you're going to have to think about it. So you can't just think positive all the time. You're going to have to sit with yourself and figure out why you have depression. Why do you have sadness? Why do you get triggered by certain things? There's a siren. Every time I do a video, there's a siren. It's so annoying. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but there's an ambulance siren. Anyways, you cannot release something if you suppress it. So in order to get to a space where you can think positive, then you definitely want to make sure you're addressing the things that don't make you feel the best. And then releasing those things. You cannot release something that you suppress. So that's what shadow work is. Shadow work is doing the inner work. The part of yourself that is controlled by your subconscious mind. We all know what the conscious mind is doing. So we consciously do things, meaning we do things on purpose. And then we have our subconscious mind, which controls a lot of the things that we do, and we aren't necessarily aware of it. So sometimes in order to break subconscious patterns, you have to sit down and pick apart certain situations. How did I get to this place? Why do I always end up at this place? How has some of the traumatic things that have happened to me affected me? Did I really get over it? Did I really forgive that person? Have I really forgiven myself? So I definitely feel like people sleep on doing the shadow work, and they just want to go straight to thinking positive, being positive, just being this ray of sunshine, which is great. You know, we should all do that if it's possible, but we also have to sometimes address things that may not, be the happiest things for us to talk about in order to get to that space where we're free. A lot of us are being chained down by things that we aren't consciously aware of. A lot of us have generational patterns or generational curses that we need to break that we might not be aware of. So in order to get down to what the source of the problem is, you're going to have to address the problem. So I definitely want to work on that in this group. I've done a lot of shadow work myself, so I can definitely speak on it. Everybody's circumstances are different. Everybody's outcome is going to be different. So you definitely don't want to get caught up in trying to model your spiritual journey after somebody else's, because everybody is different. We can all share our knowledge with each other and our experiences with each other, and we can be there to listen to each other and to help each other, but we're not going to have identical experiences. I have 3 sisters. We all grew up in the same household, and all of us have different experiences, different life experiences, different directions that we have gone in life. So even with us growing up with the same set of circumstances, for the most part, we still have different paths that we're going to take. So you don't want to get caught up in trying to model your journey after somebody else's journey. So we're going to be, helping each other, but a lot of the times this is individual work. You might feel alone and lonely, because sometimes a lot of the times that's what this journey is about. Self-work, sitting still, being by yourself, figuring out who you are without the influences from everyone else in your life, figuring out what your thoughts are and what you may have been influenced to think. Figuring out who you are versus who you've been labeled to be by other people. So that's what I definitely want to talk more about in this group. You'll see that I've been posting daily journal topics. Journaling is a great way to do shadow work. So I know sometimes it's hard to think about what to write about. So that's why I created the shadow work journal prompt card. So that way, if you don't know what to write about, you can just look out for those posts, and if you like the topic of the day, you can go ahead and write about that, or you can write about something else. If you don't like writing, you can sit and talk to yourself. Sit there by yourself and talk situations out if you need to. You can definitely listen to music. I would not suggest listening to sad music or music that keeps you in a sad or depressive state, even if it's something that you can relate to. I know a lot of the times when we are going through like a breakup, for example, then we'll listen to songs that are talking about that, which, that's fine, but I would not continuously do it. Like, I was one of those people that had those songs on repeat all the time, and that was just keeping me in that emotional space that I was trying to get out of. So I wouldn't suggest doing that. But what I did decide to do, I decided to pick apart the lyrics in those songs and see why I was relating heavily to them, and which relationships put me in a space to relate heavily to those songs. And so I got to the bottom of some things by doing that. So as long as you're doing things with intention, you can pretty much make anything work for you. But you definitely want to be careful about what you consume, the content that you consume. That can definitely affect you subconsciously. Hopefully I'm not going like from one topic to another, but as I'm talking, I'm starting to think of more and more things that we need to talk about. So I'll definitely have to do individual videos about some of these topics. So if something doesn't make sense to you, don't worry, I'll talk about it more. So we're going to be talking about shadow work, also the universal laws. We all know about the law of attraction, but there's more than just the law of attraction. I think it's very important to know the other universal laws, especially if you are wanting to manifest or do magic. It's important to know the universal laws because they really explain the importance of the mind and the mental strength that we really have. And what you'll realize when you're doing manifestation or magic or rituals or whatever, candles, crystals, money jars, all of that stuff, they're just tools. And they're tools to help us get in the right mind frame to be able to mentally manifest. Now, I will say when it comes to things like essential oils, and plants. Those things do have high vibrations. So those can help to change your vibrational frequency. So, you know, they're tools, but they can also help to change your vibrational frequency. But when it comes to things like lighting candles and making spell jars and stuff like that, it's not necessary. You don't have to do it. If you are strong enough mentally, you can just visualize what you want and it can happen. You can just talk about what you want and it can happen. I have to be careful what I talk about and who I talk about, because it's gonna happen. And for me, I like to write. So you'll hear me talk about writing a lot. I like to do manifestation journaling. So I like to just write down what I want, and it works for me. Now, there is a method to doing it, which I think I've talked about that several times, manifestation journaling. So I'm not going to go into that right now, but that's something that we'll also talk more about. So whatever y'all have questions about. Did my video stop? Okay, I don't think it stopped. I'm back. My video got cut off. I guess I can only do like 16 minutes on my phone. I don't know. I don't even know what I was talking about. I think I was talking about manifestation and how, you know, the universal laws definitely will help with manifestation, and it will make it easier for you to be able to manifest. So we'll be talking about that more. And I'm going to try to make more videos. I see there's some new features on Facebook, like Facebook rooms, where a certain amount of people in the group will be able to like video chat together. So we'll all be able to see each other and talk to each other. So it's a little bit better than if one person goes live, because when you go live, only the person that is started the live can talk, where you can hear them, and then they have to read the comments of what everybody else is saying. But with the Facebook rooms, all of the people in the room have the ability to talk back and forth with each other, kind of like a Zoom meeting. So I definitely want to utilize that feature if you all want to. So let me know if that's something that y'all want to do. Sometimes it's easier just to talk to y'all, to explain things, than it is to make a post or to make a video, like record a video and then have to upload the video. So being able to talk to y'all in real time, that would be great. So we can get to know each other and y'all can get to know me, and let me know just how y'all are doing. I can let y'all know how I'm doing, and we can discuss where we want the group to go. So that way we can have more participation, and it's not just me posting all day about things that I think y'all might be interested in. Y'all can let me know what y'all actually want to hear about or study or talk about. So I definitely think that would be great. I know we talked about doing Zoom meetings before, so I wouldn't mind doing that either or, whichever works best for y'all. I'm gonna try to start doing like group readings. I know I've been doing individual readings for people in the group, but it's getting hard for me to be able to keep up with that, because I also have a full-time job and I have 2 businesses as well. So y'all know that I do readings for people. I have spiritual products that I create, and then I have a home fragrance and skincare line. And then I have a son, he's 9. So, speaking of that, how are the parents doing out there? Are you guys homeschooling your kids right now? How is that going for you? I actually like it. It is stressful. I'm working from home. And so working from home and trying to make sure that he's doing what he needs to do and helping him with his school is stressful, I'm not gonna lie, but I do like it better than having to drive him to and from school. I hated the drive line, and having to schedule like my work schedule with being able to drop him off at school and pick him up. So I'm grateful for the opportunity. My son also learns better in this environment, the homeschool environment. He is an empath, very sensitive empath. So sometimes school and being around so many kids can be a little difficult, and the teachers don't fully understand what that is. He's very shy. He doesn't talk loud enough in class. So I feel like me being able to help him with school is more beneficial. So I like the homeschooling, even though it's stressful. So how do y'all feel about it? Are y'all okay out there? I know it can be very stressful. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video because my throat is starting to hurt now. Oh my God, I hate allergies and sinuses. It's the worst. So I'm going to end this video, go to Target real quick, and I hope y'all have a good rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Bye.